Hey guys, today I've got a very special guest, my good friend, Lord, how do I pronounce it? Lord Hellespont.
Yes, the fifth.
Lord Hellespont. Lord, the reason I'm interviewing you today is we want to talk about your YouTube channel. You've got your own YouTube channel. What's it called?
It has a name now. I wanted to keep the announcement for you. It's gonna
Thank
be
you.
called Untimely Meditations.
Okay. So what exactly is your channel going to focus on? What's the unique selling position, the USP?
So it has two main aspects. One is, of course, to look at watches as part of our lives and lifestyles. So I'm really invested in watches as timepieces, which is to say they do not only keep time, but they also preserve all these stories, memories, historical narratives, and that connect them deeply to the ways that give meaning to our lives. It can be something that was passed on to you. It can be something that you acquired through the sweat of your brow. In my case, there's only one. That's why I kept it in the singular.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the other aspect is when I say lifestyle, I also look at watches as part of an entire ensemble. You know, in the sense that we wear these really as basically one of the most acceptable forms of jewelry for men, right? So they are.
So you got a lifestyle channel focusing on collectible watches.
Well, watches are always the priority for me. That's where the conversation starts.
Tell me your top 5 watches, Lord. Top 5 watches. What's your top 5?
Well, you know, I actually spent a lot of time and a lot of research in acquiring my collection. So if you say top 5, I'm just gonna count you the 5 watches that I have in my collection, basically. So it would be my 5513 Rolex Submariner from 1968, which was a piece that was passed on to me. I really like its beautiful simplicity. It's a two-liner, no date, of course. It's just a piece that you can wear in so many different ways. It's beautiful for that authentic vintage Rolex look on its riveted bracelet. But you put it on a leather strap, and because of its profile, you know, vintage oyster case is something else than contemporary. It's transformed into another kind of timepiece, right? Not necessarily a dress watch, of course, but something that you can wear in so many other ways as well. And of course, there's always the option for a rubber strap if you want to live life on the edge and maybe even swim with a vintage Submariner.
Yes, beautiful.
Number 2 would be, I think, my ArchieLuxury Reverso Grand Date.
Yep, just like I've got one.
Yes,
beautiful watch.
And of course, you know, your influence there is undeniable, because as much as I have always admired Reverso as a piece of design from afar, it was only when I saw your enthusiastic reviews and your whole excitement about your piece that I started going out there and examining whatever I could find all the different size options, different complications. As you know, since 1991, it has become a true flagship for the brand. That's the Reverso cases, where they introduce a lot of their complications, where they really exhibit a lot of their technological innovations, where they really demonstrate their watchmaking prowess and flex their horological muscles. So it was really eye-opening for me to go out and find what is right for me, and somehow I ended up with the exact same model that you own, and that click, right, when you turn it around, with that swivel mechanism, is in and of itself an experience, very satisfying. And the fact that it has an exhibition case back, which shows off a movement that looks like a piece of Art Deco architecture itself. So it's a very, very beautiful watch. I like the little party trick that it has, but it has a very interesting kind of wrist presence that it always attracts the right kind of attention, unlike a lot of the other watches that I have, which are exclusively Rolex. Let's pull that up. I don't have my admin rights here, but yeah, we can see it. It's the same, very same model. Beautiful.
Beautiful watch.
And yeah, one of the things that it inspires you is because it's like a mirror polish kind of look, right? It's a stainless steel dress watch, so it really has its unique charm that's hardly matched by any other timepiece. It gives you a very special feeling, and I think ultimately that to me makes the decision, right? You can admire a lot of things about the wristwatch, be it its aesthetic appeal, its horological heritage, but ultimately it has to sing, right? It has to speak to you in a certain way when you put it on. And Reverso is that kind of piece when you find the right one for yourself.
Yes, 100% there, Lord. So the other three pieces you've got there, so you've got your sub, your Reverso.
Well,
next one would have to be the two-tone root beer GMT, just a beauty.
This is from
absolute beauty.
1982. So it's the transitional reference that still has the nipple dial, 16753.
16753. Yep, three being for two-tone.
And for me, it's really important because this was at a time where you could actually, do work study, stack books in the library for the entire academic year. And with the money I saved, I basically got this watch as my first luxury watch. With my own money.
No, that's a great story to it. Fourth, what's your fourth watch?
My fourth would be my Polar Explorer 2, which again
Polar
has
Explorer 2. That's the
16570.
40 mil, isn't it? 40 mil. Yep. And your fifth one?
16750. I just wanted to say something about that.
Yep.
I mean, to me, of course, I started watching your channel around late 2014, early 2015, when I was in fact in the market to get another watch, another sports watch, another Rolex, basically. And this was the time where, I don't know if those were when the videos were produced, but I saw a lot of your content that was raving about either the Man on the Moon or the Polar Explorer 2. And the way you talked about how you came to choose that watch for me, not only made me interested in that watch, but also taught me something about approaching the watch market at the right time for the right deal. And
Yep.
for those of the audience who don't necessarily know, that watch was called the dog of the range, right? You know, it was the least desirable steel sports watch in the entire Rolex lineup. So it offered the best value.
Yep.
And having already been really picked upon for wearing a two-tone Rolex watch when it wasn't so desirable, I was already prepared for it. I was
Yep.
already, you know, I was ready to carry that weight on my shoulders, and it proved to be again a great decision. Not only because it picked up in value, which I could care less because I spent so much
Yep.
time choosing these pieces that I don't get rid of them.
Yeah.
But ultimately, that was a great lesson for me because I got yet another watch in the collection that
I'm
I
dying
can
to know what's the
thoroughly.
fifth. You got a Speedy, haven't you?
I don't have a Speedy.
No,
I
you don't
had
have a
a
Speedy. What's
Speedy.
your fifth? What's your fifth? I'm trying to think what it is. What is your fifth? Sub. You got a sub. You got Reverso. You have got the sub Reverso, two-tone GMT, Explorer 2. Shit, what is the fifth?
It's the Coke, actually, 16710.
You got a Coke.
And it's from late 90s, so still has the Holes case, which gives it a little more kind of a vintage, neo-vintage appeal.
Yeah, classic, sort of classic.
Still has the tritium on the dial for the luminous material, so it has this eggshell patina. Again, one of the most beautiful things about vintage Rolex is how that contrasts with the black dial.
I gotta ask you, 5 pieces. You try and keep the collection? Like, I gotta be honest with you.
I have a 6th as well, but yes, I keep my collection.
Okay.
I don't really.
What's the 6?
wiggle
What's the
things
6?
around.
What's the 6?
The 6th one is 16014, which is Datejust silver linen dial. So
silver, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, I got to tell you, I think with the compact collections, I'm envious because you've got to be more clever with how you fit these things in. You know, it's sort of, you want to say something. It's like writing an essay and then halving the amount of words. It's harder to make it smaller and compact and have the same punch. Lord, I think
it's an art form. You're right.
Lord, I'm making this video here. I want people to check your channel out. Check out, your name of your channel again is
Untimely Meditations.
Untimely Medications. I want to interview you again. We will do another interview. I just want to do this one to get some traffic in there. You're desperately trying to get more subscribers, more viewers, and let's go and check out the channel. I'll put a link, either that, I'm not sure which corner, because in one of the corners there'll be a thing. Click on that. And guys, check out Lord's channel. Really nice guy. Passion, love of the watches. And
if I may just say that, that's the other thing that I'm trying to inculcate in my audience, right? How they can think about their collection of watches as an individual form of expression. And like you said, it's almost an art form, especially when you're working with limited material, possibly limited resources. Who knows? At the end of the day, any luxury watch is a lot of money for most people. So I'm trying my best to help my audience make the best financial decisions for themselves as well, find the right deals. So one of the features of my channel is constantly I look for value propositions and do shorter live streams focused on specific models and genres.
Lord, fantastic. Let's do another video next week.
Of course.
I want to talk to you next week about perfect size collection to have.
That's a great topic.
Okay, guys, check out the channel and please go and subscribe. Click on the link and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, Pontiff. Thank you, everyone.